Okay, I'm back. So, again, what had happened? Fuck, dude, this stick drift is horrible. What had happened was
Good day, friend. Keeping well?
shut up. I turned my mic up, um, a little bit. I hope it's good now. But I just got back from Lubbock. This is new. I don't remember this. Is that a mud crab? Is that the fucking smoke? Fuck you, mud crab. No. I'm gonna cook that bitch. I went to Lubbock with my friend and his girlfriend because what had happened was, what? I don't know why I'm saying it like that. No, so yo ass ain't a fucking Lobo. We've been through this. Yeah, so um, she was gonna go visit some family, and then he was gonna go because boyfriend girlfriend type shit. And then uh, one of their friends, their mutual friends, was going. That I'm also friends with because I hang out with my friend. Okay, so friend one and girlfriend one. Girlfriend one has family in Lubbock. Okay. Friend one is girlfriend one's boyfriend. Okay, that's why they're friend one and girlfriend one. Friend two is a mutual between girlfriend one and friend one, and I'm also friends with him now because I hang out with friend one at his dorm, and friend one and friend two are roommates. All right. Friend two brings his girlfriend two as well. Okay. And but before they go, friend one is like, hey, I'm going with girlfriend to Lubbock because she's gonna go see her family, and I'm gonna drive her. Friend two and his girlfriend are coming. If you want to come and bring your girlfriend, I'm like, well, that sounds splendid. Except for the part where my girlfriend can't go because she's gonna go see her family in Mexico. So, no. But he's like, well, that's okay. But if you still want to come, you can. I'm like, okay, bet that. And so I go. And we just got back. I'm a quick save before some shit goes down. There's a carriage here and there's shit in it? Okay. But, yeah, no. So, that's where I just got back from. Oh.
Go cast your fancy magic someplace else. Disrespect the law and you disrespect me.
Damn, that's crazy. I forgot to give a fuck. That's probably my girlfriend.
I'd be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a belly full of meat.
Real steel. I wonder what happens if I jump out of here. Let's not. Yeah, let's not. The voices they almost won this time. Yeah, no. So, it was super cool. We went there, and we stayed in an Airbnb that...
Steer clear of Hillgrounds too. Thing about those old crypts. Dad having trouble staying that way.
Pilgrim's Tomb, huh? Interesting. That's right. I'm supposed to go to Whiterun, I think, right? Let's see. Oh, I'm supposed to get... Yeah, I'm not doing that shit. I'm not going to fucking Solitude. You're out your fucking mind. Yeah, let's go to Whiterun. That's not Whiterun, but I think you take that in one of the campaign missions or whatever, quests, etc., etc. But yeah, no. So it was super fun. The girlfriend's cousins came with us back to the Airbnb. Well, okay, so like the first night, it was just us, right? Actually, that's not true. So it was me, couple one, and couple two, right? And then it was the girlfriend one's cousin and her friend. And so we were all like chilling and playing Mario Party in the am I tweaking or do I just not remember that stream right there coming out of Whiterun? Weird. Oh, should be a chest under there? I doubt it because it doesn't look like anything. Okay, I see. But yeah, so we were just playing whatever on friend one's Switch, and yeah, we were playing Mario Party. I'm not fucking chilly. Shut the damn hell up. I want to get near a fire. You can stop being a bitch. Wait, I can't like cast magic on the floor? No, I suppose that'd be too convenient. Yeah, that's my girlfriend. And so yeah, and then somewhere in there, some other girl pulls up, no clue who the hell she is, but so like I go to use the bathroom and I see this car pull in the driveway and I'm like, yo, someone's here, and everyone's like, what?
Halt! City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only.
Let's see what he has to say. No, my speech isn't that good.
Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
I don't remember them saying that shit last time.
Go cast your fancy magic disrespect me.
In there. And we're all kind of like,
We'll pay whatever
dude,
it
what the
takes,
fuck?
but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak.
foreshadowing.
Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Foreshadowing.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle.
Greymane or Battleborn?
So we're gonna do a little trolling. Sorry, I'm eating an airhead.
Then I say, well met, friend. I could tell you were a sharp one the moment I laid eyes on you. Long live the... Hey now, you be careful with that fire.
Got some... I don't claim to be the best blacksmith in Whiterun. Yorland Greymane's got that on you. Man's steel is legendary. All I ask is a fair chance. That I do. I've got to, if I hope to be as good as Yorland Greymane's son. It's a sword. I made it for the Jarl, Balgroof the Greater. It's a surprise. I don't even know. Listen, could you take the sword to my father, Proventus Avenici? He's the Jarl's steward. He'll know the right time to present it to him. Thanks. I'd say we're prosperous enough. Most folk don't. The city's ruled by the Jarl up in Dragon's Reach. But you're
Foreshadowing.
probably more interested in your Vasker, Mead Hall of the Companions. Their deeds of war and valor are...
Let's see what you... Anyway, huh? And,
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
yeah, so I'm about to hit a devious lick. Oh, not hidden. Okay, hidden. Not hidden. Who the fuck keeps looking at me? Lick. Whoever keeps looking at me, you're a bitch. Bruh. Whatever. Anyway, oh, this is free zone, yeah. I know in my last playthrough, I put all my shit in here. Every gemstone, every dragon claw, every fucking 100,000 soul gems I got. Shit was crazy. Anyway, but yeah, no. So, random ass girl walks by.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and broken rules.
What do you need?
Your mama.
Had a good family.
And we're all like, dude, like, what the fuck?
I alone have
Are you fucking serious?
anointed by the ninth. You have come because, oh yes, he agreed
yeah,
to
I'll make an
banish
union.
the worship of Talos at the tip.
The White Gold Concordat, yeah, that's bullshit.
Well, let me tell you something.
This is foreshadowing at which side I might take, by the way.
Let them come. I have no fear. For hello, my friend.
Dude's a badass.
Immortal
He's
light.
Dragonborn, basically,
Talos,
but also
in
not.
southern lands, he was known by the name So If you want to know more, I'm sure you can. Carlos the Mighty.
And in case you're wondering, that's why, like, the currency, yeah, it's gold, but they're called septums. That because his name is Tiber Septim, they named it after him. Because, like, Skyrim, you know, whatever. Anyway, yeah, no. So, and so friend 2 is like, do you want me to go start some shit? I'll like ask him like, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, dude, be a fucking supervillain. Go ask him like, yeah, who the fuck are you? But not actually, because she wasn't like our age. She was younger, like the cousin was. The cousin and her friend. And yeah, so.
What would you have me do then? Nothing?
My lord, please. This
No,
is
from
no
help.
time for rash action. I just think we need more information before we act.
Well, I trust you have something vitally important to tell me. Important enough to interrupt me in the middle of council?
Yes.
Gerda owns the lumber mill, if I'm not mistaken. And you're sure Helgen was destroyed by a dragon? This wasn't some Stormcloak raid gone wrong? Really? You're certainly forthright about your... But it's none of my concern who the Imperials want to execute. Especially now.
Sorry about that
What I
ASMR.
want to know is, what exactly happened
Some good
to
texture right
Helgen?
there.
I should have guessed. Oh,
What's the meaning
what
of
do you
this
say
interruption?
now, Proventus?
Jarl Balgruuf is
Shall we
not
continue
receiving
to
visitors.
trust in the strength
Shut
of
up,
our
bitch.
walls
Got my eyes.
against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. In the most immediate danger. If that
The Jarl
dragon
of
is lurking in the
Falkreath will
mountains,
view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people.
Base to you.
Irrelevant. Send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
yes, my Jarl.
A detachment is
If you'll
like literally
excuse me,
fucking
I'll
nothing.
return to my duties.
By the way, for those who don't
That
really
would be
know.
best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem.
Watch.
There is another thing you could do for me.
Oh.
Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
But first, I'm gonna find
I serve
Prevent.
Jarl Balgruuf as steward.
Oh, here he is.
The Jarl is, as you can imagine, very busy. That is an old... Long ago, there
All of
lived
the
a
one
mo-
eye, yeah.
The struggle
Dude, all of the
between
one eye
Olaf and the-
fucked up a bunch of dragons is basically what
Olaf
happened.
returned,
He trapped
and
it.
so,
He trapped like.
from that time
I'll go
until
back here in a
this,
second, but
our
there's
great
like a
keep
giant
has been called
fucking
Dragon's Reach.
trap for a dragon to like hold that bitch in there.
Well, there are 3 of them. The Plains District is so named because it's the closest of the 3 to the plains that's... Most of the city's residents live in the Wind District. Dragon's Reach occupies the highest, which we call the Cloud District. From here... the history of Whiterun begins with... As time passed, a thriving community... Today, Whiterun is the jewel of Skryim. I can say without boast that it is the greatest city in all... From age... this must be that weapon for the Jarl. Poor girl. So, thank you. Please, take these few coins for services rendered. Enjoy your visit to Dragon's...
There's supposed to be a shitload of food here, but there's not for some silly reason. Okay.
Farengar, I think I've found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead. Fill him in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons.
No shit, Sherlock.
Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me.
I think
Well,
it's a scroll
when I
or some
say
shit.
fetch,
Oh, a tablet.
I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. Ah, no mere brute mercenary, but a thinker. Perhaps even a scholar? You see, when the
I'll have you
stories
know,
of
in my
dragons
last
began to
playthrough, I
circulate,
became
many
the
dismissed them as mere fantasies,
fuck, not the
rumors,
Sorcerer Supreme.
impossibility.
Fuck, what's that shit
One
called?
sure
The head
mark
of the
a
College of
fool is to
Winterhold.
dismiss anything that falls outside his experience as being impossible. But I began to search for information about dragons.
Excuse me.
Where had they gone all those years ago? And where were they coming from?
They were killed. Duh.
I
Excuse me.
learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself.
Oh, you mean the tablet? I already have one?
You know,
As in... Espérate. No, it's not gonna be up there, dumbass. This tablet?
if you've got the aptitude, you should join the Mages College in Winterhold.
They have to outlaw the worship of one of these gods because the elves don't recognize this god as an actual god. They just see him as a person. So like that dude Talos that one dude in the yellow was talking about, how the Aldmeri outlawed his worship, that's what that's about. Let me click save because I don't want to look through all those fucking books again. Yeah, so that's essentially what it is. And so you see the Stormcloaks and the Empire, right? They fucking hate each other. So essentially what it is the Stormcloaks are trying to fight the Empire and secede Skryim from the Empire, right? Because they can't worship their god because the elves said no. Oh yeah, Windhelm. So that's basically why they fucking hate any kind of elves. It's, you know how like those stereotypical white people, like they hate, like they just hate brown people. It doesn't matter that they're just a different kind of brown. Just, if you're brown, you're brown. You know, that's basically what that is. Except the Nords in Windhelm are like that to just all types of elves. Because there's multiple types of elves. You know, there's wood elves, there's high elves, there's ice elves. I guess you'll see that eventually when you get to like the dwarven ruins. So there's the Bosmer, the Altmer, which are the high elves. There's the Dwemer, which are dwarves, which are technically elves but also not. And then there's the dark elves, which I forget what those are called. The Falmer are... So the Falmer... There's like so much fucking lore to this game. I shit you not. So I guess I'll give you backstory on that, because it doesn't explicitly say unless you read the book, and I don't want to like fucking read a book to you guys on here, because that's 100% what you fuckers do not sub to me for. Assuming you're even sub to me, that is. Which you should totally do. Lol. But yeah, no. So what happened was there was a big ass war between the elves and the Nords, right? Because the Nords lived on one continent, and then for some reason I think the Earth started to freeze. Nirn is what the world is called here. So Nirn started to freeze over, kind of, and it was too cold in the north. So naturally, the Nords had to migrate south, where it's warmer, right? So they did. And when they got there, the elves were there waiting for them. Except, naturally, you know, everything in Skyrim is super fucking racist, so the elves and the Nords kind of didn't like each other. But they lived together for a little bit, though it was kind of tense, right? I think this is right. This is more or less accurate. So they were together for a long time, and then there was some skirmish or something, and then long story short, it ended up turning into like a whole like full-scale fucking war, right? And the Nords got their asses kicked, okay? And then, like, yeah, they got the shit kicked out of them. And so they had to leave, right? And so they did. But when they came back with a motherfucking vengeance. So the Nord guy, him and his sons, were the only ones to make it out, I think, of something. I can't remember. But when they came back, they had 500 people with them. It was a whole thing, and they just started killing, like, elves indiscriminately. If you were Elvish, you were gonna, or if you were Elvish, if you were like Fae related, you were gonna die, right? And so they gave zero fucks, and they just killed and killed fucking every elf they could see. And so yeah, that was like the Falmer took heavy losses, which are like the ice elves. Like when you eventually get further into, not the campaign, this game doesn't really have a campaign, but further into like the lore, I guess, like you'll see them and they look like albino things, like albino elves, like my character except albino. That's just you'll know what I'm talking about when we get there, because there's a quest line where you have to like do this thing, and there's only like 2 real Falmer left. It's a whole thing. Yeah, no. So basically, what happened was so the Nords fucked up the elves, right, and chased them underground. So where did they go? Well, the Falmer went with the Dwemer, right? Another type of elf. Except, see, the Dwemer were different. The Dwemer didn't worship gods, right? They're too cool for that. The Dwemer really thought they were them, and I'm not gonna lie, they kind of fucking were. Stamina increased by 24 seconds. You restore 2 stamina per second for 20 seconds. Restore 30 points of hunger. Ooh, I like that. Oh, I don't have. Oh. Restore 15 points of stamina, 10 points of health. Oh. Apple cabbage stew? Honestly, I'm not sure how I feel about that IRL. 10 points of health, 10 points of stamina. 10 points of health, 8 points of stamina. What else can I make? Wait, vampire what? Oh, vampire fish. Horse haunch. Wait, hot shit? Wait, what's the difference? Oh, fire salts. Oh, that's that bullshit. You would think if it's stew, it's just hot. Or maybe it's talking about spicy. Then that would make sense. But anyway, yeah, so they went with the Dwemer. But yeah, the Dwemer didn't, like, all the elves in the Nords and shit, they believed in gods, right? But the Dwemer didn't. The Dwemer tried to, for all intents and purposes, make themselves into gods. And you'll see where that goes, like, with the Ethereum Forge and as to why they disappeared, but that's, you know, later on. And 15 points of stamina, 1 point of health per second, venison stew, honestly? Okay. Fuck, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so they tried to make their gods, then themselves gods with Ethereum Forge, whatever. Well, the Dwemer weren't really, they were like apathetic to the Falmer, okay? They're like, the Falmer were like, okay, thank you, cool, you know, thanks for taking us in, thanks for housing our people in our time of need, you know, from one elven race to another. And when you get, like, when I get to Markarth, I think it's Markarth, I'll show you, like, the inscription of the thing, because it's directly translated from Dwemer by a dev. So it's canonical as to what it says. It essentially says, like, don't thank us, we don't give a fuck. Your idea of thanks is completely incompatible with our, you know, our way of thinking. Your thanks essentially means nothing to us, okay? Is basically what he means. And so what happened was the Dwemer, in exchange for letting the Falmer live with them, made the Falmer become like their test subjects for all sorts of weird freaky deaky shit that they would do. Okay, because the Dwemer were really into some like heavy engineering shit. That really could only be found like in a fantasy game. Or like science fiction, whatever the fuck. And oh, it's a war map, I guess. Imperial Whiterun. Is Fort Greymore on my map right now? Nope, but it should. I think it should be this one right here, but we're gonna see in a second. Yeah. Oh, I thought it was there, but no, it's there. Sun Guard. So yeah, see the Stormcloaks only have like about right here. Yeah, they have Riften, East March, which is Falkreath, I think. And then this stops at Morthal. They have Dawnstar, Windhelm, and Riften, and that's only 3 of the 9 holds. Oh, just kidding. Dawnstar, Winterhold, yeah. Dawnstar, Winterhold, Windhelm, and Riften, which is 4 of the 9 holds. But the Imperials have Solitude, Markarth, Falkreath, Dawnguard, and Whiterun, which is 5 of the 9. Which is why I always kind of like to go with those Stormcloaks. But anyway, so as I was saying, before I interrupted myself, is let me just do all this shit. Is the Dwemer would do freaky deaky shit to the Falmer, and one of the things that they did was actually super fucked up. They made them eat these mushrooms that grew underground, and what it eventually did was it made them like incompetent. It turned them into creatures. It took away their eyesight and shit. And so they were no longer able to, like, you know, function and what have you. It made them like slaves, I suppose. And yeah, so that was so that they couldn't fight back against the Dwemer, who were doing this freaky deaky shit to them, right? Well, obviously, eventually the Falmer, who are now like these things, they had enough of that shit and started fighting back. Okay? And while this is going on, you heard me mention the Ethereum Forge, so that was basically, so like again, the Dwemer were like super fucking smart. They're doing all these like engineering marvels and shit, right? Yeah. Right. So that one of the things was, how can we make better machines? Well, we need better forges to make, you know, better shit. And so they're like, oh yeah, well, I guess we'll build a better forge. And well, they weren't able to, but one of the tribes, I guess, I don't know. Here, like, okay. So the Dwemer originally took apart like this whole area of the map, I think. Sorry. And they were kind of like scattered, I guess. So there were multiple points of Dwemer, like yeah. So they lived underground, right? But they weren't all like just one, like, I don't know how to say it, but they weren't all like one unified thing. Like they were like states, I guess. I'm not sure how to say that or how to explain it, but
Thinking of settling in? There's a house for sale. Breeze home. You should talk to the steward up in the keep if you're interested.
yeah, no. So eventually they were like, okay, well, we have to work together, and so they did, and they built the forge. Well, now who gets to use the forge? Because, you know, so many people got to help build it. They now don't know who gets to, you know, have it for themselves. And so there was a huge war over it, right? And so they're building this big ass machine, and to like fuck each other up and whatever. And this one dude, he does something with a soul gem, I think, or he tries to do something with one of the Daedra or Aedra. I can't remember what happens. But as the Falmer and the Dwemer are like marching to the field to like go fuck each other up.
Father says I'm too young to train with a sword, so I practice with my fists.
The Dwemer just fucking
the new servants?
disappear.
Remember that I like my meat rare.
You little fucker. Get away from me. Yeah, no, so the Dwemer, like, on the march, just fucking disappear. Which is weird as hell, right? Ooh, hello. Right, and no one knows where the fuck they went. Like, to this day, at least in Skyrim canon, it's not official as to where they went, but it's theorized that they went to a different plane of existence. And there's some other shit as to why, but yeah, no, back to Windhelm, right? So that's why the Nords in Windhelm are super fucking racist towards the elves. Because, yeah.
I used to be an adventurer like
you. And I took an arrow to the knee. See, the Daedra are like assholes, but also kind of not. Yeah, so there's Azura. Azura's cool. She's a good one. Boethia is not a cool one. He's kind of a dick. Clavicus Vile is a huge dick. Armaeus Mora is a huge dick. Hircine is kind of a dick, but also kind of not, but also yeah. Malakath is, yeah, he's kind of an ass. Mehrunes Dagon is definitely an ass. Mephala is, Mephala's weird. Meridia is good. She's cool. Molag Bal is fucking, he's horrible. Dude has like his own like netherworld, I guess. And one of the vampire ladies, we'll get onto that later. He like raped the fuck out of her for like a shitload of time. Nimera is a bitch. Nocturnal is also a bitch. Periite, no. Sanguine is not very nice. Sheogorath, he's kind of funny, but he's also kind of not. And Vernima, sorry. She's also not cool. Yeah, so there's Daedric artifacts, and there's an achievement for that. So yeah, so there's like the Azura Star, the Wabbajack. So the Azura Star, that traps souls, so it's like a reusable soul gem that you can use over and over and over again. Sheogorath's Wabbajack, that is a staff that when you cast shit, it does like a random effect. So it can heal your enemy, it can blow them up, it can kill them instantly, it can make them like fucking huge, it can make them really small, it can turn them into a chicken, just whatever, right? There's the Skeleton Key, which technically isn't a Daedric artifact, but also is. There's Mehrunes Razor, which has a chance to instantly kill somebody. There's a bunch of artifacts. But anyway, yeah, no. So, yeah. So now, yeah, just racism in Skyrim. but like a lot of it, because yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, more context. So, yeah. I mean, basically, that's what I was saying. Is that fuck ass, you little bitch. Let me quick save, actually. I cannot pretend I didn't say that shit. Yeah, I'm just stupid.
Absurd that you can't cook good sweet rolls in the skeever hole of a city.
Shut your bitch ass up, Troy.
Father says I'm too young to train with the sword.
I don't give a fuck.
I practice with my fists.
Fuck you and your dad, little bitch. Anyway, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted. Yeah, so just yeah. The drummer are like super intelligent, and now the Falmer, they like inherit Dwemer ruin. That's Dragon's Reach. Vernakis and Boiler. I forgot what happened, but I think they're brothers, I think. But yeah, no, actually, holy shit. Let's go. Thank you.
Disrespect the law and you disrespect me.
That's crazy. Let me close that.
Favor the bow, eh? I'm a swordman myself.
Yeah, me too.
Be glad you're here in the city and not out in Riverwood. Those poor sods don't even have a wall.
That's foreshadowing. You'll see why that's funny later. Anyway, yeah. So how did I miss these fucking apples, dude? I'm gonna close this door. I'm gonna gank these bitches. And all this ale. Wait. Oh, that's why. Quick save time. I'm gonna just keep going over the trip. So,
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since we've had a good bandit raid.
Lol. Oh yeah, okay, so oh yeah, homeboy goes outside like, yo, like, what's your name? Dulcin? I can't remember what it is. She is really not important. Let me not steal from the Jarl right now. I'm gonna go hit a lake later.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
You dumb bitch. Whatever.
Ah, the Dragon Stone of Bleak Falls Barrow. Seems you are a cut above the usual brutes the Jarl sends my way. You'll have to see the Jarl about that. Maybe his stew. My associate here will be pleased to see your handiwork. She discovered its location by means she has so far declined. So your information was correct after all. And we have our friend here to thank for recovering it for us.
You went into Bleak Falls Barrow and got that?
Nice work. Just send me a copy when you've deciphered it.
Farengar, you need to come at once. A dragon's been sighted nearby. You should come too.
A dragon? Where was it seen? What was it doing?
I'd take this a bit more seriously if I were you. If a dragon decides to attack Whiterun, I don't know if we can stop it. Let's go.
Well, I don't know about that. I think that's very,
Jarl Balgruuf is waiting.
Hello, Diddy.
Not now. So, Irileth tells me you came from the Western Watchtower?
Yes, my lord. Tell him what you told me about the dragon.
Oh, that's right. We saw it coming from the south. It was fast. Faster than anything I've ever seen.
What did it do? Is it attacking the Watchtower?
No, my lord. It was just circling overhead when I left. I never ran so fast in my life. I thought we'd come on.
Take it from here. Head down to the barracks for some food and rest. You've earned it. Irileth, you'd better gather some guardsmen and get down there.
I've already ordered my men to muster near the main gate.
Good. Don't fail me. There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again.
You're goddamn right
I
you
want
do.
you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon.
I've been fighting
You
demons, I mean
survived
dragons,
Helgen,
for years.
So you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here.
You're goddamn right
And
about
I
that.
haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the dragon stone for Farengar. As a token of my esteem, I have instructed Avenici that you are now permitted to purchase property in the city.
Let's go!
Please, accept this gift from my personal armory.
Let's go! It's the axe of
Divines
Windstone.
bless you. Round you walk quake as you pass.
No, I can't afford to risk both of you. I need you here working on ways to defend the city.
I serve Jarl Balgruuf as steward.
As you command.
The Jarl is, as you can imagine, very busy.
This isn't a death
Perhaps
or
I can
glory
assist
mission.
you.
I need to know what we're dealing with.
Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.
I'm very soon.
You'll see why Delphine was able to find information on the dragon before. Watchtower. Dude, I was literally here.
No, get back. It's still here somewhere. Rocky and Tor just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it. Kinneret, save us. Here he comes again. Shore's bones. Did it kill them all?
Yeah, let me just, thank you.
It's a dragon.
And no shit, it's a dragon. There you are, bitch. You're so lucky I don't have Dragon Rend. Oh, also, so canonically speaking, when dragons like use their fire breath or whatever the fuck powers they have, it's not really them like using elemental shit. They're literally talking shit. Like that's literally what it is. So it's not them like spitting fire. It's like words that they use. That's like the dragon language. And their words turn into fire and shit. And it's not even me like being silly, it's canonical. I wonder how many good Whiterun goes there. You ho.
Stand the chance. Come on.
The warm sand of elsewhere is far away from here. A welcome to you. The longer we travel the roads of Skryim, lessons of the moons of hardly travel. You are all leading to warm sands.
I can't believe it. You're Dragonborn. In the very oldest tales, back from when there were still dragons in Skyrim, the Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. That's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the dragon's power.
Try soul, buddy.
There's only one way to find out. Try to shout. According to the old legends, only the Dragonborn can shout without training, the way the dragons do.
Dragonborn? Why will I hold sacred? That's a shout.
My grandfather
like the
used to
greybeards
tell
on their
stories
mountain.
about the Dragonborn. Those born with the dragon blood in them. Like old Tibeseptic himself.
I can't believe we actually killed a dragon. Didn't killing any dragons.
I'm glad you... There weren't any dragons then, idiot. They're just coming back now for the first time in forever. But the old tales tell of the Dragonborn who could kill dragons and steal their power.
Stopped at a main event.
Look, you already have been told you're not allowed here. Turn around and go back the way you came.
We're causing no trouble. All we ask is to look for her.
I don't care what you're doing. After what happened, you're lucky I don't toss you in jail. Now get lost.
We will be back. This is not over. You there. We're looking for someone in Whiterun. We will pay good money for information. A woman, a foreigner in these lands. She is likely not using her true name. We are not welcome here in Whiterun, so we will be in Rorikstead if you learn anything. It's none of your concern. If that doesn't interest you, feel free to... We're looking for a fugitive who comes from Hammerfell. A Redguard woman. She may be somewhere in this city. We will find her eventually. Do you have news of our quarry? We're looking for a fugitive who comes from Hammerfell.
So Hammerfell. Why the place is called
Good. You're
Hammerfell?
finally here. The Jarl's been waiting for you.
You heard the summons. What else could it mean?
The Greybeards.
We were just talking about you. My brother needs a word with you.
So what happened at the watchtower? Was the dragon there?
Oh, hell yeah, it was there. He just gave me something. I don't want to be greedy.
I knew I could count on Irileth, but there must be more to it than that. So it's true. Greybeards really were summoning you. Masters of the Way of the Voice. They live in seclusion high on the slopes of the throat of the world. The Dragonborn is said to be uniquely gifted. If you really are Dragonborn, they can teach you how to use your
Didn't you hear the
gift.
thundering sound as you returned to Whiterun? That was the voice of the Greybeards, summoning you to High Hrothgar. This hasn't happened in centuries, at least. Not since Tibeseptim himself was summoned when he was still Talos of Admora.
Rangar, calm yourself. What does any of this Nord nonsense have to do with our friend here? Capable as he may be, I don't see any signs of him being this, Dragonborn.
Nord nonsense? Why, you puffed up ignorant. These are our sacred traditions that go back to the founding of the First Empire.
Rangar, don't be so hard on Avin.
I meant no disrespect, of course. It's just that, what do these Greybeards want with him?
That's
Yo, mama.
the Greybeard's business. not ours. Whatever happened when you killed that dragon, it revealed something in you, and the Greybeards heard it. If they think you're Dragonborn, who are we to argue? You'd better get up to High Hrothgar immediately. There's no refusing the summons of the Greybeards. It's a tremendous honor.
Your mama.
I envy you, you know. To climb the 7,000 steps again. I made the pilgrimage once. Did you know that? High Hrothgar is a very peaceful place. Very disconnected from the troubles of this world.
Your mama ain't disconnected from the troubles of my pants. Beach.
They haven't seemed to care before. No matter. Go to High Hrothgar. Learn what the Greybeards can teach you. You've done a great service for me and my city, Dragonborn.
You're damn right.
My right as Jarl. I name you Thane
yeah, the
of
actual
Whiterun.
there it is.
It's the greatest
Lydia, where are you?
I assign you Lydia.
Let's go!
House Carl.
Where you at, bitch?
This weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title.
Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble, now would we?
We are honored to have you as Thane of our city,
Bro, my sweet mates are getting freaky deaky. They've been fucking like rabbits since break started.
We still have a city to defend.
Yes, my lord.
Let me go sell some shit to this guy. Right quick. Bro, why the fuck are they so freaky deaky? Excuse me. Excuse me again. R.I.P. headphone users.
It seems this damnable conflict has claimed everyone's passions of late. Me, I prefer my books and my spells. If I said that was a tedious question, would you be smart enough to know what I meant?
Yes.
As long as I'm left alone to Now, I'm a busy man, and
shut your bitch ass up. Here, answer my question, so.
Boring me terribly. Good day. There's a tranquility. I don't know much. Only the old tales about the ancient. They say the emperors used to be Dragonborn, but that all ended when Martin died during the Oblivion Crisis.
So the Oblivion Crisis is a huge fucking
They're the masters of the Way of the Voice, and taught Tiber Septim himself.
Like that was literally the last game. The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. The Oblivion Crisis was fucking crazy.
Well, I only know what I've heard in the old tale. If you can shout, you need to go see the Greybeard. Take an enchanted weapon or piece of armor. Once you know an enchantment, you'll need a filled soul gem and something to... Of course, I have everything you need for sale. So, you... I believe I am, yes. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some... Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task.
You bitch.
A prospective student, are you?
You're lucky I don't fucking kill you.
Sadly, no. Perhaps some hero will... What a fascinating conversation that would... I'll put it simply, so you'll understand. If the Hold is faced with any threats or mysteries of a magic... Hopefully that answer will satisfy you. Good day.
How about you suck my nuts? And why the fuck isn't my stamina? So look at that shit. That's a lot smoother than I remember for some reason. Why the hell is this so smooth all of a sudden? Am I just like tweaking? Now I'm fucking good. Well, I probably couldn't sell those anyway.
The Jarl has appointed me to be your house, Carl.
Come here, bitch. You're gonna carry some shit for me. All this shit I just dropped? You know the vibe. Yoink. I don't need that. I do need that. And
I'm right behind you.
There has been talk amongst the gods that you are dragon.
You doubt the word of the mighty Jeebus? This is the Wind District.
Dragons?
Everything's all right?
These fucking nuts. These fucking nuts. You bitch. I'm a thing now. Suck my nuts.
You tried mercenary work?
Hey man, hey, shut up, ho.
Need something?
Your mama. Oh. Do I not have fucking shoes on? No, it appears I don't.
Well met, traveler. What brings you to Whiterun?
Your mama.
Ah, you need only ask about it. Plenty of folk in Whiterun with too much fat and gold to be bothered doing anything for themselves. Ain't sure if they're taking on new member. If by work, you mean testing your... You'll want the bannered mare. See old Hulda? Shit. But mind the bard, Mikael. Poncy little milk drinker, that one.
See what I mean? If someone says milk drinker, that means like they're just calling you a pussy.
We Nords have a long history as warrior poets. I am Rap, but Mikael, he sings only for gold and the affections of wenches. He dishonors our traditions.
Based. He's like the Weekend.
That I do. Half all my life. Our family, but Ulfric Stormcloak's uprising has divided us. They are saying dragons have returned to Skryim. Now that there, that's...
Stone hitting licks in real life.
You know nothing. Nothing of our struggles, our suffering.
Nothing. And what of my son? What of Thor?
I spend a lot of time at the market stall so I can learn the merchant's trade. I need more experience if I'm going to run an inn someday.
Chose his side and he chose poorly.
What are you doing
now
that
he's
for?
gone. Such is the way of war. The sooner you accept his loss, the better.
Chops and steaks fit for a jarl. Come and see my selection of the finest.
My son still lives, I feel it in my heart. So tell me, Battleborn, where is he? Where are you holding my Thor?
Do you believe this old hag? Holding him? Why, I've got him in my cellar. He's my prisoner. Face it, Cal. Your stupid son is dead. He died a Stormcloak traitor. And you best keep your mouth shut before you suffer the same.
Come on, father. There's nothing more to be said here.
Damn.
All I can think about is my son, my Thorold. They say that he was killed, but I know better. I know my son is alive.
I just work here.
Those Battleborn, they're in with the Imperials. They know it too, and yet they lie to my very face. It's not wise to discuss it here. Please, if you truly wish to help, meet me at my home. I'll tell you the whole story. Please, let's speak privately. Please, let's speak privately.
What? What are you looking at? That Heimsker's crazy. Him and his talk of Talos. We should just shut up. Only if I can help. But hey, in the Bannered Mare, there's this bottle of Argonian ale. The good stuff. Get it for me. They won't even know it's gone. Come on. Argonian ale. I can almost taste it. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
What's the matter?
Sure.
You
Hey,
can't
Ma?
stand. I miss the days when the Greymanes and Battleborns got along. Ever since the war started,
My
we've been at each
favorite
other's
drinking.
throats.
If I side with the
Let's
Imperials,
get
will
some
you kill me? Pretty please?
I spend a lot of time at the market
Finest
stall,
cuts,
so I can
fresh
learn
from the
merchant's
wilds.
trade. I need more experience if I'm
Oh
going to
yes.
run an inn someday.
That's why my brother and I opened a shop to sell hunting supplies. He tends the store, and I've got this stall. Trinkets.
Good hunting.
They say there's nothing a Nord woman can do if she puts her mind
What
to
was
it.
that?
Once I've made enough money, before I met one of the caravan leaders, Madron. He said he'd help me get started if I could bring him a mammoth's tusk. You'd do that? If you find one, I could teach you a thing or two about trading. Help you get a fair bargain in the future? About the same as everyone else? They're the way I hear it, elsewhere ain't nothing like Skryim. It's got tropical... Yeah, it's got to be tough. Worst thing is, nobody wants them in the cities. Nobody trusts them. Reputation mostly. A lot of Khajiit turn to smuggling and thievery to get by.
See what I mean? Well, so new. They're
Few
like
bad
they're known
apples spoiled a bunch.
as thieves.
You know how it is.
too. That's what I mentioned in episode 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
Worst
We're gonna
thing
see if
is-
she trusts them.
Matter of fact, I do. And a Nord knows a liar when she sees one.
I don't believe you. I think you're full of shit. But you know, whatever.
You know what's wrong with
Fuck it,
Skyrim?
man. Shut up, bitch.
Everyone's obsessed with that.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you.
Your mama. Alright, well, let's see what you got, buddy.
We've got small weapons as well as big. Maces. Blades.
Forge, forge, forge. Where's the forge?
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Shut up. Poke. Right, what quest am I? Actually, pause. I need to go Mimi's.
I spend a lot of time at the market stall so I can learn the merchant's trade. I need more experience if I'm going to run an inn someday.
Mimi's. Where's the inn? Breeze home.
How did you do that?
Your mama. We'll see if I can get a room here at the band.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds. If it's work you need, how about chopping up some wood for the fires?
Okay. Okay. Say less. Sit the fuck down. Don't step to me, bitch. I'll whoop your ass. Zambia. Oh, it's just Sadia. Lol.
You working with them? You think you can take me? You so much as touch me and you're going to lose fingers. I mean it. I'll cut you in half. So the Alakir know where I am? What did they offer you? Gold? How many more of them are coming? Tell me. I'm sorry, just don't hurt me. I know you're not one of them. You just can't help them. You can't let them know I'm... Please, will you help me? There's no one here I can trust. I am not the person that the people of Whiterun think I am. My real name is Eamon. I am a noble of House Suda in Hammerfell.
Okay.
The men who are looking for me, the Alakir, they are assassins in the employ of the Aldmeri Dominion. They wish to exchange my blood for gold.
Assholes.
I need
Fucking
you
hate
to
the
root them
Aldmeri
out and
Dominion.
drive them away before they find me and drag me back to Hammerfell for an execution. They're mercenaries, only in it for the money. They're led by a man named Kamatu. Get rid of... I don't dare show my face, lest they recognize me, so you'll have to find out where they are. I heard one of them was just arrested trying to sneak into the city. If he's locked up in the jail, perhaps you can get it out. Please. I know I'm asking you to do something difficult, maybe even dangerous. I just don't know who else I can trust. I don't know for sure. I spoke out against the Aldmeri Dominion publicly. I suspect that's why these men were hired to hunt me down. You think I'd be in hiding if this was something I trusted town guards to? These men are ruthless, cunning, deceitful. They'll pay off whoever they... Guards and Jarls can be bought. And the Alakir are close. I'm running out of time, so I'm choosing to trust you. Any news of the Alakir?
Lick hitting time.
Any news of the Alakir? Keep your hands to yourself. Any news of the Alakir? Find me the moment the Alakir are taken care of.
I wonder why it is that I'm weary. No, plus, I need to make minis, like, fucking now.
Security in Whiterun is terrible.
If it's
Shameful
working,
is what it is.
sure thing. It's yours for a day. I assume you saw the Gildergreen? It's part of the Temple of Kinnareth. People say there is someone in Riften that can change the companions in Jorvaskr. I should have guessed. You'd never think to learn from a Nord like the Jarl's wizard. I'll show you to your room, right this way. Need anything else? Just let me know.
Oh, shut.
Cloaks and restore what we own. If it's a lady you're looking for, you best look elsewhere. Once Mikhail gets them, they're got.
That's right. Mop
I'm
the
a
town
bard,
beggar like
trained at the Bard's College in Solitude.
I've got a right to browse, don't
There's a
I?
whole college up in Solitude. I studied there myself. Had to leave over a misunderstanding with a headmistress. Well,
God,
misunderstanding with her
her
husband.
Show charity.
Come by
Well,
Bella
I've
advice.
tried enough with all these men propositioning me. But that bard is the worst. That bard Mikhail is begging for a dagger up against his throat, the way he goes on about
that
me.
bard?
I heard him boasting at the Bannered Mare, saying he'll conquer me as a true Nord conquers any harsh beast. Huh. If you want to try, go right ahead. I don't think anything will get through. You've got no idea. Half the men in Whiterun have proposed to me. Some were even single. They'll never understand. No amount of flowers or honeyed words are going to change my mind. Right now, all that matters is my daughter Mila. No man's going to get between me and my little girl. Until next time.
I'm a bard by trade. Carlotta put you up to this, didn't she? I'm sorry, but that fiery widow is mine. She just doesn't know it yet.
The farmers are charging me double for the produce I sell.
Yes. They're saying it's because
Honestly?
of this trouble
I don't
with
have to
the
take that
storm
from you.
Never
should have.
Okay, I don't like check out okay. Bruh. No,
Don't let him get away with this.
little bitch.
You know how to throw a punch, I'll give you that.
Yeah, motherfucker. After I lost like a shitload of health and damn near almost got my ass kicked.
You win. On my honor, Carlotta won't have to worry about me ever again.
You're goddamn right, pussy boy. Now let's
My favorite drinking buddy. Let's get some meat.
I've got a hungry... Really? I'd thank the gods, but I'll settle for thanking you. Here's some coin for your help.
Funny she uses the word settle as a single mom. I'm not gonna say anything past that. Just take that as you will.
Once I've made enough money trading with the Khajiit caravans, I'm going to buy the Bannered Mare from Hulda. Farewell.
It's a little
What do
interesting.
you need, my friend? I hope you're looking at me like...